Now, the Kenya Kwanza administration rode to power on a platform of narrowing the budget deficit to below 5% while capping borrowing and increasing revenue. However, the last three budgets have been a mixed bag of fortunes, with budget deficit in the fiscal year 2024-2025 reported at 5.1%, while borrowing has jumped to 11.4 trillion shillings on account of revenue shortfalls and investments in new capital projects. Regina Manyara looks at the 3 years of Kenya Kwanza's administration budgeting cycles.
National budgets 2023-2024, 2024-2025, and now the proposed budget 2025-2026. What has changed? What remains the same? And what does this mean for you? Let's take a look at the numbers that shape the country's future.
Kenya's national budget has been on an expansion trend in the last years. Every budget has been bigger and more ambitious than the last. In the last 3 years, for example, the budget has grown from 3.67 trillion shillings in 2023-2024 fiscal year to 4.2 trillion in the coming 2025-2026 financial year.
And it is largely because we at one point took short-term loans to develop long-term projects.
Across all three budgets, some focus areas have remained constant. Focus on infrastructure development, emphasis on education and healthcare, commitment to fiscal consolidation, and push for digital taxation and compliance. In the 2023-2024 budget, it introduced a 1.5% housing levy on gross salaries to fund the affordable housing project. Treasury also increased value-added tax on fuel from 8% to 16%, as well as introduction of digital service tax. Treasury then had a budget deficit of 835 billion shillings, or 5.7% of the gross domestic product, despite an ambitious target of 4.4%. In 2024-2025, the government proposed increases in taxes on bread, cooking oil, and financial transactions. These resulted in mass protests that led to the withdrawal of proposed tax hikes worth 346 billion shillings. And now, due to fears of mass protest, the proposed 2025-2026 budget has not introduced new or increased taxes. If the 2025-2026 proposed budget sails in its current form, the education sector will receive the largest share at 29% of the total budget, amounting to 700 billion shillings, while energy, infrastructure and ICT will receive 21% of the budget, totaling 501 billion shillings. The fiscal deficit will be financed through domestic borrowing of 592 billion shillings and external borrowing of 284 billion shillings. Regina Manyara reporting for KBC Channel 1.